Hello, lovely people. This is Elijah.gichuru. I want to bring in another video right now. So, Kenya is said to export over 700,000 herds of cattle from Kenya to Indonesia. Yeah, 700,000 heads of cattle. This comes after the Trades and Investment CS Moses Kuria made a deal with the Indonesian government. Now, Kenya has had problems with drought in the beginning. Even this year, Kenya was facing the worst drought that hit this country for over 40 years. This is the worst drought. Now, the government, maybe in a move to solve this, is going to give the herders in the pastoral communities in this country some lifeline by providing opportunities, export opportunities to export cows. So now this begs the question that will this end the problem, one, of heads of cattle dying due to drought? This has been a perennial problem. Anytime in this country whereby we have drought, the livestock normally perish because of drought, and sometimes the price goes so low that it's impossible to sustain or even recover or even have return on investment on your heads of cattle. For example, I remember last year or early this year when the drought was really ravaging this country before the rains, some cows are going for 500 shillings. Malnourished cows that cannot even help anybody, you know. The other thing is that, is this going to solve the problem of cattle rustling, or is it going to magnify the problem? Because now there'll be a ready market. I believe the good CS will also negotiate for higher rates of the cattle. But will these rates inspire more farming, pastoralism, or will it inspire the bandits now to export? But I believe that will not be a going concern, because there will be stringent measures to be put in place before people can be able to export. But in my opinion, I think this is a very good move by the CS. The CS is saying that there will be a preferential trade agreement that will enable Kenya to export preferentially, and also hasten or fast track the process of having the approval, so that by the end of August this year, at least 20,000 heads of cattle will be exported to Indonesia. Wow, that is good news to the herders, no doubt. But my question also is, will the government guide the herders and the pastoralists to have what we call the breeds, the best breeds of cattle? You know, not all breeds of cattle are fit for export, or to provide the best quality meat for export, because I believe anything that goes out for export has very stringent measures, and therefore for the herders to meet these measures, then it is necessary for the government to give them the best seed, or what we call semen, to give to the cows to produce the best cattle for export. The other issue is settlement or payment. How will the government pay these pastoralists? Will there be brokers? We have heard people exporting coffee, we have heard people exporting tea, we have heard people exporting other cash crops in the Republic of Kenya. But the problem has always been the brokers and the middlemen, and that's why you find an industry like the coffee industry, which was once referred to as the black gold. No, black gold is oil. Coffee was once gold as well. But you find that the brokers and the middlemen will come in between, and therefore stifle the farmer. The farmer will get a very limited price of the products that they are supposed to get, and therefore they will never be motivated to continue practicing farming. But if the government can put in regulations, stringent regulations, or the government or the herders sell directly to the government sell directly to Indonesia, like what is happening at the Kenya Meat Commission. The herders were taking their heads of cattle to KMC. KMC were actually paying the farmers in advance. Paying them on time, and also paying them good price. And this was the time where the KMC was run by the Kenya Defense Forces, by the shouted to a military which is top notch, the best. So they were paying these people on time, now, and it is motivating agriculture. So I don't know the plans the government has in terms of payment, in terms of export, in terms of quality assurance, in terms of the prices, in terms of mitigating the challenges, in terms of mobilizing the pastoralists. Remember another thing, the pastoral communities are one of the most marginalized communities in this country. They live in far-flung areas where the development is low, and all that. Now, if people can keep herds of cattle and get value for their money, then it means these people's livelihoods will also go higher, because increased incomes also lead to increase in the living standards, and these areas will have development. Another question that begs an answer is, who is eligible to export? For instance, can I also have my herds of cattle and export? Or is it a privilege or preference given to the marginalized communities? Because now this is an investment opportunity. I can also start rearing beef cattle for export, and so on and so forth. So these are the questions that we'll be seeing moving forward. But I like the initiative by the news. Yes, I don't know how you take this story, but it's something new that has not happened in the Republic of Kenya before, but now it is coming up to fruition, and we hope that going into the future, then more and more trade deals can be brought into these countries, things we've never had before, and so that apart from the taxation, the government can also raise money from exports, extra money from exports of various products, inspiring economic growth through ensuring that we export more than we import, because that is how we're going to closing on the balance of trade in the Republic of Kenya. And so I want to believe that this program will be a success, and the government of Kenya will continue making more and more trade deals for the benefit of the people of the Republic of Kenya. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.